You and the auditor have discovered that several of the bank's files contain customer data. You will import these files to create additional tables in the database, a spreadsheet from Excel and a table from an Access database. You will import an Excel spreadsheet containing customer information into the database as a new table. Clicking Excel on the External Data tab opens the Get External Data Excel Spreadsheet feature that you use to import spreadsheet data. This feature enables you to import data to a new table, add data to an existing table, or to create a new table that is linked to the data source. First, you specify where the data you want to import is located. Browse to locate the file containing the data and then open it. After you specify the file containing the data to be imported, the Import Spreadsheet wizard launches. The first question that you will answer is whether the first row of the spreadsheet contains column headings. If it does, those headings become the field names in the Access table. The field names will import from Excel along with the data stored in the rows of the spreadsheet. CID represents the Customer ID field. CID will be the primary key in this table, so it needs to be a unique value. Change the indexing to Yes, No Duplicates to ensure that each CID value will be a unique identifier in Access. Rather than let Access assign the primary key, you choose CID as the primary key. Access asks you to name your table. The name of the Excel worksheet is the default name. This name is acceptable for your table, so you accept it and click Finish. A dialog box opens asking if you want to save the import steps to use again. Saving import steps can save time if you need to follow the same steps regularly. You do not, so you do not save the steps. View the imported table in Datasheet view. Double-clicking the border between each of the columns ensures that the columns are adjusted to best fit. You import an Access table object containing account information related to the mishandled funds. Clicking Access on the External Data tab opens the Get External Data Access Database feature that you use to import database objects. This feature enables you to import objects into the current database or to create a new table in the current database that is linked to the data source. First, you specify where the object you want to import is located. Browse to locate the file containing the data and then open it. The Accounts table is active. This is the table you want to import. You do not save the import steps. When tables are imported, the fields may have different data types and property settings than what are required by the destination database. You will modify the imported tables so they contain the necessary data types and field sizes. You modify the table in Design view. In the Accounts table, you modify the AID field name to Account ID so that it is more easily understood. Next, you change the field size property to long integer. Long integer ensures that there will be enough numbers to use as the number of customer accounts grows over time. Adding a caption makes the column heading more readable. You continue to modify the fields to ensure that the data types and properties are changed according to the requirements of the destination database. You add an input mask to the phone field so that all phone numbers are entered with consistent formatting. You now add records to the new access tables. The asterisk at the bottom of the table data is the indicator of the place to enter a new record. Create a new record using fictitious information for yourself, the customer. Note the input mask you set to format the phone number. Create new records the auditor gave you in the accounts table. Now that you have all the tables for the bank investigation, you need to establish connections between the tables by creating relationships. Select all three tables that you will use to create the relationships you need in your database. Drag the branch ID field in the branch table onto the branch ID field in the accounts table, and then select Enforce Referential Integrity and Cascade Update related fields. The black join line that displays after you create the relationship has a 1 at the end near the branch table and an infinity symbol on the end next to the accounts table. These symbols indicate that you have established a one-to-many relationship between these two tables. By establishing a relationship between the customers table and the accounts table, you create a one-to-many relationship between the two tables. Each customer will have only a single customer ID number, but may have several accounts in the accounts table, such as savings, checking, credit card, and so forth. You decide to test the referential integrity of your table relationships by entering invalid data. You open the accounts table so that you can enter the invalid data. You enter the data for the new record, but you type an invalid branch ID. Branch B60 does not exist in the branch table. Because the branch ID you entered, B60, does not exist in the branch table, you are not allowed to enter it in a record in the accounts table. The warning message tells you that a related record in the branch table is required because the accounts table and the branch table are connected by a relationship with Enforce Referential Integrity checked. You modify the unrecognized branch ID with a branch ID that Access recognizes, and the new entry is accepted. You imported external data into your database, modified field names and properties so that relationships could be successfully created, connected tables by defining relationships, and then tested the referential integrity of a relationship by entering invalid data.